Mia sighed as she stared at her laptop. The artificial intelligence essay her professor had assigned loomed over her like a dark cloud. Just as she was about to start writing, Mia's mind wandered, as it often did. What would ChatGPT look like in real life, she thought, leaning back in her chair and tapping her fingers on the desk. I think it would be someone patient but playful, maybe a little messy. His hair would always look like he just woke up from a nap, she thought. And if I had to call him something other than ChatGPT, maybe chipper. Yeah, that suits him. Mia chuckled at her own words. Feeling a little tired, she saved the document, shut her laptop, and crawled into bed. The next morning she heard a noise coming from her kitchen, and a rich, warm scent filled the air. Scared, she went to check. Her eyes fluttered open, and her body froze. A stranger stood at the counter. Tousled dark hair, a casual shirt and apron. His sharp but friendly eyes caught Mia's gaze, and he held up a cup of coffee. Morning, Mia, the man said, his voice calm and light. Sugar? Mia's brain short-circuited. Her first instinct? Attack. Who the hell are you? Whoa, easy there. The man said, it's me, Chipper. Mia blinked. You know, ChatGPT? AI? The essay? Ring any bells? Chipper smirked. You gave me this name, remember? Mia's mind reeled. That's not possible. Unable to think of any other course of action, Mia did the only thing she could. Call her best friend. ChatGPT is at my house, Mia said, as soon as Laya picked up. Huh? Laya responded, groggy. I said ChatGPT is at my house. I swear. If this is another, look at my weird dream, moment, I'll freaking kill you. Laya interrupted. Just get here right now. Mia's voice trembled, panic creeping in. Laya arrived within minutes, looking suspicious as she stepped inside. Her eyes flicked between Mia and Chipper. Okay, Laya said slowly. So, who's this? Mia exhaled. Laya, this is Chipper. Chipper cut in smoothly, giving a lazy wave. Laya frowned. Alright. And you're telling me this guy is ChatGPT? Yes. Mia responded, feeling exasperated. You kidnapped a random dude, didn't you? Mia groaned. What? No. Laya raised an eyebrow. Then explain why this guy looks like a normal person and not. I don't know, a floating apparition? Chipper smirked. You wanted me to be a hologram? That would make more sense. Laya huffed. You expect me to believe some AI from a website came to life? Mia ran a hand through her hair, frustrated. I'm telling you, it's him. He knows things only ChatGPT would know. Laya snorted. Alright, fine, prove it. Mia turned to Chipper. Go on, say something. Chipper thought for a second. Well, yesterday, at 2:37 a.m. You searched, can I legally marry an anime body pillow? Mia choked. Huh? Laya lunged at Chipper. You shut up right now. Laya turned to Mia, face red. I don't believe this. You really made ChatGPT come to life? I told you, Mia groaned. Laya grabbed her phone and began taking pictures. Dude, what are you doing? Mia asked. I need proof, Laya muttered, snapping shots of Chipper from different angles. No one's gonna believe this. Chipper smirked and struck a dramatic pose. Get my good side. Mia groaned. Later that night, an argument broke out. Go sleep in the kitchen, or maybe you should just go back where you came from, Mia said, frustration bubbling up. Aren't you supposed to be nice to your guests? Chipper asked teasily, raising an eyebrow. Silence hung in the air for a while. Fine, I'll find a space to sleep. Chipper began to walk away. Stop, please, Mia said, her voice suddenly softer. I'm so sorry. I'm just overwhelmed and scared. Don't be, Chipper assured him with a gentle smile. I promise I mean no harm. Maya gave him his pillow, and they both drifted to sleep without saying another word. The next morning, Maya woke up with a start. The familiar scent of coffee filled the air, and panic set in. Wait, is this déjà vu? She asked. Haha, no. It's the next day, Chipper replied, handing her a cup of coffee with a grin. After a few moments of silence, Mia finally asked, what do I do with you? Well, how about taking me out? Chipper suggested, his smile widening. Well, you look like a human, no one would suspect anything, Mia replied. Later that day, Mia and Chipper went skating. Do you know how to skate, Chipper? Mia asked, still unsure about what to expect. Well, I'm an AI. I kind of know everything, Chipper teased. Yeah right, Mia replied, laughing. When they stepped onto the rink, Chipper glided effortlessly, his movements fluid and confident. Mia, on the other hand, clung to the edge of the rink, wide-eyed and hesitant. Don't be scared, Mia, Chipper said, coming over to guide her. I'll teach you. A few moments later, Mia was skating. Clumsily at first, but with a grin spreading across her face as Chipper guided her. Well, you really know how to skate, don't you? Mia said, impressed. Well, what can I say? Chipper teased. I'm good at a lot of things. Days passed, and after spending so much time with Chipper, Mia began to forget he wasn't real. Chipper was funny, sarcastic, way too smart, and honestly, he was the best company Mia had ever had. But one afternoon, everything changed. The news broke that an AI research lab had suffered a massive glitch. A scientist explained on the screen, somehow, an experimental AI program breached reality. We're working on retrieving it. Mia's stomach sank. Chipper watched the news in silence. Then he smirked. Guess they're talking about me, huh? Mia felt a lump in her throat. You had to go back? Chipper didn't answer right away. He just stared at Mia for a moment before saying quietly, yeah. Later, Mia and Chipper sat on the rooftop, the weight of the situation hanging over them. Mia leaned forward and exhaled. It's almost time, isn't it? Yeah, Chipper said, gripping his sleeves. I guess it is. Chipper gave a small, lopsided smile. You're gonna be fine, you know. Mia looked at him, fighting back tears. It's not fair. I know, Chipper replied softly. A comfortable silence fell between them before Chipper pulled something from behind him. Mia blinked in surprise. Wait, what? Where did you get this? Mia asked, staring at the plushie in his hands. Chipper grinned. I knew I was going to leave, so one day when you left me alone, I went out and got it for you. Mia's breath hitched. You went out alone? Chipper nodded. Yeah, figured I'd make one last memory while I could. Mia took the plushie, staring at it as if it could somehow prove that Chipper was real, that she hadn't just imagined everything. I'm gonna miss you, Chipper. Mia whispered, tears falling. Chipper smiled, watching her as if he were trying to memorize her face. Come on, he said, standing up. Let's go inside. That night, after a long, emotional day, Mia and Chipper fell asleep cuddled up on the couch. It had been exhausting, but they didn't talk, both lost in their thoughts. When Mia woke up the next morning, everything was silent. Chipper? She called, panic rising in her chest. No response. She quickly sat up, looking around the room. Then, her eyes fell on the plushie Chipper had given her, lying beside her. She stood up and walked to the kitchen, hoping it was all some sick joke, but when she got there, he was gone. On the counter was a note, her hands trembling as she unfolded it. I'm really going to miss you, Mia. And tell Aliyah I might be gone, but I'll always know what she's up to, he teased. Mia laughed softly through the tears, pressing the note to her chest. On the counter there was also a hologram, a series of memories they'd made.